But this is a story I want to tell. When the Republican leader of the Senate, President Harris, opened up the session and said, I'm going to walk in the footsteps of Jesus. And as we sat there then through that budget process, what did he do? He threw 25,000 people off of health care.
Yep.
When we looked at our Meals on Wheels, he lowered that budget. You finish telling the story, but I want to just end that with this. That this is a man of high character. We have fought side by side throughout a Republican regime that hates, disdains poor people, has no regard for poor people. And I could have no better fighter in the Senate right beside me than Marc Dann, who is going to be our Attorney General. I love you, Marc.
Thank you so much, CJ. We have been blessed in the Senate to have an incredible leader, and CJ Prentice has allowed us to bring the best out in each of us. I would never have been able to take on the governor, take on the fight to expose the corruption in state government, but for the support of my colleagues, and particularly my leader, CJ Prentice. It is to her that we owe a great debt. Well, Lee Fisher won the Attorney General's race in 1990 by 1,234 votes, earning him the nickname Landslide Lee. I think I might be able to top that this year. Plain Dealer poll today shows our race tied at 44% each. So when everybody else here tells you everything you do, every last vote matters, you're looking at somebody that is really believing that today. And what you do over the next 3 days is going to matter not just to me, because certainly I want to be Attorney General, and I know I can do a great job in that office in the model of Lee Fisher, my mentor, but also because it's right for what's going to happen to the people of the state, because it's been 12 years in Ohio since we've had an Attorney General who was leading a criminal justice system that worked not just for prosecutors and police, but for everybody. It's been 12 years in Ohio since we had an Attorney General that wanted to be as tough on political corruption and on corporate greed as he was on street crime. It's been 12 years since we've had an Attorney General that was committed to having elections in Ohio that are fair and responsible and willing to use the power of the state not to suppress votes, but to encourage votes. I'm going to be that Attorney General, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to be here today in support of minimum wage. CJ and I have been working and talking about this issue from the very first moment that I arrived in the State Senate 4 years ago. It is going to be the realization of a dream, I think, for both of us. And then CJ's just worked, and Michael, her husband, had taken the bull by the horns and brought this to reality. Michael Prentice, Michael Charming. We're incredibly empowered to bring this moment in time to fruition, where they're going to lift up the lives of so many people around the state of Ohio. And I would be proud to be the first Attorney General in the state of Ohio to enforce the new minimum wage law when it takes effect in January. Just as I'll be proud to be the first Attorney General in a long time to enforce the prevailing wage law in the state of Ohio. Just as I'll be the first Attorney General to use the new power granted under House Bill 3 to prosecute violations of election law. I don't care if Karl Rove or Dick Cheney himself comes to Ohio to steal our votes. Marc Dann will put him in jail. I just want to ask one more thing. We're all working very hard, and we've asked you to do a lot of things over the next few days that are very important to win this election. And winning is important. Winning is important. But I need to ask you to do one more thing, to commit one more thing. To Lee Fisher and to Ted Strickland at the top of the ticket, to Barbara Sykes and I as we go about the business of cleaning up corruption in state government. As Jennifer Bruner and I go about the business of cleaning up elections in Ohio, we're going to have to make some hard decisions. I want to ask you to do something that we haven't asked, the Republicans haven't asked their supporters to do for the past 16 years. Will you be willing to hold us to a higher standard of conduct? You work hard the next 3 days, and you're willing to back us up in January when we take on the hard work of reforming Ohio and making the investments we need to make in the future. I can tell you, we will give you government in Ohio that will make you proud of you. Thank you.